Alright guys, so you guys know golden cheese cookie, and you guys already know from all the videos that I have posted and the videos that others have posted that this cookie is honestly broken inside of the meta right now for the arena. However, in this video I want to do something different and try to counter, or at least try to climb the arena inside of the pure vanilla server with a non-golden cheese cookie comp, utilizing a older style of a comp here with burnt cheese and Hollow Black Pearl, Sea Fairy, and Snapdragon. So if we are going back to the double tank, double DPS comp here with the 221, which honestly works against the T-Knight comps as well. And I will also mention some replacements for any of the Black Pearl and Sea Fairies if you guys don't have their crystal gems leveled up. Just to let you guys know before I get into the toppings, my Black Pearl, as you guys can see, is using a level 16 crystal gem. And for Sea Fairy is, if you guys watched my review video, plus 20. For anybody who's wondering, hey HyRool, why aren't you using the crystal gem of Sea Fairy, the rally buff? It's because this one is more universal, and you can see that we're not using Crimson Coral, we're not using sorbet, we're not using peppermint, we're not using feral jellyfish. So it's better for me to use Black Pearls to do the damage resist bypass with everybody else's skill. All right, so before I get into the topic again, though, I want to tell you guys the replacement for any of the DPSs. All right, so if you have golden cheese, you guys can use golden cheese in here. That's perfectly fine. If you don't have any Black Pearl or Sea Fairy, you can use Moonlight in place of it. You can use Stardust in place of it. And you can use Sorbet in place of it as well. And I've seen those comps inside of the arena that worked out decently well too. And those are going to be some replacements if you don't have golden cheese. But let's go into the toppings now. All right. So 5 of the Swift Chocolate for our Hollow, focusing on the damage resist as well as the cooldown. Cooldown, if you get around 20 to 22%. The highest, higher rankers have it at 24. That's around the recommendation that I would, have you guys put if possible. And then, of course, you do still want to focus on the damage resist because she is going to be soaking up a lot of damage, all right? And the next one is going to be burnt cheese. So I have seen full Swift Chocolate build as well, and I have seen full solid build as well. I am going with the full solid almond build because burnt cheese is going to still take a lot of damage because you are going to be soaking up the damage that Sea Fairy is going to take, and you don't want Sea Fairy to die. So the Keeper of the Gate buff is going on to Sea Fairy, allowing Sea Fairy to have that debuff immunity, but also that damage focus, which, some of the damage that Sea Fairy takes is going to be given to our burnt cheese. So if burnt cheese has no damage resist from the incoming damage, then you're really going to be left with no burnt cheese in the first 30 seconds of the battle. All right. So that's the reason why I'm going with this, focusing on the damage resist. Cooldown doesn't need to be this high. I just have it around 8%. But I would say just focusing on damage resist, and then cooldown, if you guys can get it higher, the better it's going to be. Next one is going to be Sea Fairy. Sea Fairy is using 4 Searing Raspberry, 1 Swift Chocolate, focusing on the 11.8% cooldown. And you do want the Keeper of the Gate buff to be on Sea Fairy at this time. And then we are focusing on the damage resist. And then for our Black Pearl, full on Swift Chocolate here, guys. Damage resist as well as the cooldown, at least 17.3%. All right, but no more than 90% in my opinion. And the last one is going to be our full Swift Chocolate, all right, for our Snapdragon, maxing out on the cooldown if possible. And then you guys can see the treasures, very classic, simple. Epic Scroll as well as the Jelly Watch and the Whistle here. So again, the build, it's going to be Hollow soaking up the damage for the rest of them, burnt cheese focusing on Sea Fairy, and then putting that Keeper of the Gate buff and the damage focus on Sea Fairy so that she survives, so she can do the AoE damage along with Black Pearl. So here we go, guys. Let's see this team in action against some of the other teams that we have going on inside of the arena. All right, guys, so first one here is going to be the Crimson Coral with the rare scroll. Interesting. So here we go. So this one is against a sorbet. So sorbet is going to be definitely a cookie that you want to watch out for because you guys all know sorbet does damage to the tanks, man. And that's another reason why I went with a full solid almond build on burnt cheese rather than a full on Swift Chocolate, because when you do sometimes verse a sorbet, accidentally because it was hidden or something like that, then full solid almond burnt cheese will definitely survive better than having a full-on Swift Chocolate, all right, burnt cheese. All right, so right there, the AoE damage from Black Pearl and Sea Fairy are actually massive. And if you guys are able to survive until that 1 minute mark, which is the reason why we're using burnt cheese to soak damage for Sea Fairy, then the damage output is going to be really good. All right, so there you guys go. Seafarer doing the most damage here. And of course, just keep in mind, minus plus 20. So it's going to be definitely stronger than a lot of you guys is. All right, so again, replacement, someone like golden cheese. If you want to use golden cheese, sorbet. If you want to use sorbet, you can also use, moonlight and stardust as well in there. It's just really replaceable. But for me, this is what I'm using to catch that golden cheese. All right, guys, so this one's going to be a little bit more tough. They do have the feather and the vial, and 25 Black Pearl Crystal Jam with the 5-star Ascension Stardust as well. So we'll see how this one goes. All right, guys, let's see if our burnt cheese can actually keep us alive here. All right. So this time around, it seems like Sea Fairy did take the Sign of the Star hit, but we have the stunning or the debuff immunity. All right, so that's really good. All right, seems like we were almost able to get rid of that Black Pearl. All right, here comes the hit, and we're gonna be able to dodge the golden cheese hit right there. All right, seems like we got rid of. I actually don't even know. I can't even tell. Wow. I honestly didn't even know what was going on right there, but Seafair that skill just got rid of every single one of them. Wow, I actually did not expect my team to win this, all right? But we did. All right, so you can see Sea Fairy, that review video I showed you guys, I didn't try out the double tank, double DPS comp. And honestly speaking, this is working out really well compared to the comps that I've showed you guys through that review video of the plus 20 magic candy. And dude, look at that. Just almost 8 million damage coming out from Sea Fairy, just melting away everybody at the last, skill usage right there. All right, guys. So this one is going to be the T-Knight comp, right? So you guys can see that there's the insignia. And most likely it's going to be the golden cheese here, I want to say, but here we go. All right, so it is going to be a T-Knight with the frill jellyfish. The thing about burnt cheese is that, when you use the skill, you get rid of the frill jellyfish and snare, allowing Sea Fairy to use the skill, and then you're able to stun the enemies, right, without having your cookies all die off, right? So that's the real good reason why you don't want to verse the burnt cheese comp or a double tank comp normally here when you're using T-Knight, and the reason why you want to use this comp against any T-Knight comp if you do see it, right? Especially the frill jellyfish one, because that's usually what it is made up. So you guys can see right there, 99% HP, all right? We barely took any damage, or at least we healed it all back up because of the help of burnt cheese and Sea Fairy in the beginning. So there you go. Sea Fairy once again, absolutely carrying it with 3 million damage. Alright guys, so last battle here. This time around, we are going to be going up against a Parfait on the enemy team here. Alright, so here we go. Alright guys, so you're going to be able to see the golden cheese with the Parfait. And then they did have that Parfait use the skill right before the Sea Fairy's wave came out. So that means that I believe it's the golden cheese taking that Parfait buff with the debuff immunity as well. Alright, for that like 4 seconds, while our Sea Fairy is going to have it for a good, 10 seconds. Alright, so boom, there you guys go. Got rid of the Parfait, Black Pearl on the enemy team dead. The golden cheese is there, but because of the damage focus, alright, we are able to keep our DPSs alive. We have the extra 25% from here, the damage focus, alright, and there we go. So, of course, just keep in mind, they are both 5-star Ascension, so that it's going to make a difference. But if you guys did invest in these two and you still don't have golden cheese and you have burnt cheese, this is something that you guys can definitely try out. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be testing this team out and see how far I can climb. I'm going to see if I can even get up to the Grandmaster as of right now. Early on in the reset here, I haven't done much arena. Just started doing it today during the live stream. So maybe tomorrow I will live stream some arena battles for me. I'm actually climbing with this team and switching out some of the teams or some of the members of the team to counter certain comps as well if I do see that this team is not working against certain cogs. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys found the video helpful. Again, guys, if you guys need to replace Sea Fairy and Black Pearl, Golden Cheese, Sorbet, Moonlight, Stardust, they're all okay replacements. So just keep that in mind. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.